whenever you go to your portal at the base, you can pick story, whatever, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah, we haven't messed around with any of that stuff yet. What are you doing, Rebecca?
Breaking these things while I wait for people.
I think we're good.
First there's heroic, and there's super heroic, and that's the highest difficulty unlock. That's where I get the purple items.
Oh, you guys killed Bullseye while I was smashing tables waiting for you.
What's your quest phase?
Okay.
Rebecca?
Confront the Kingpin in his office.
Okay, we're good then. Alright. This is episode 55 of the 3G podcast. We were kind of planning a gimmick show because it's a few days before E3, so we were just going to sit here and go, what games do we want at E3? Just kind of babble about that crap. But turned out there's actually a bit of news to talk about first, so we better get that stuff out of the way first, right? First up, since it pertains our podcasting dealio, a game we've been waiting for, kinda, recently, just got some news. Diablo 3 Eternal Collection was rated by the ESRB. As of right now, as far as I know, no one has any idea what this game is. But the safe money is, it's the vanilla game plus Reaper of Souls plus the Rise of the Necromancer DLC. That's what I'm guessing it is. And nobody else has any better ideas.
That's my guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like an educated guess. It's kind of the no-brainer, right? So, anyone on board for this? Because we've already bought Diablo 3 twice.
I thought you bought it 3 times.
I'm going to buy it 3. I'm going to buy the Ultimate Evil Edition on the PS3 with
We
Greg.
have 2 copies of Reaper of Souls.
Well, yeah, I guess that counts as 3 times, doesn't it? So, no, the audio's still low. Huh, it sounded really loud. Whatever.
Yeah, I bought it twice, but I mean, I'll get it a 3rd time, I'm sure.
What if it doesn't have a new trophy list?
Then probably not.
Okay. I mean,
yeah, assuming they give you Necromancer some other way.
Yeah, if you can just download it, because that's what I thought they would do, but I guess not. Or maybe they'll do both, but if it's the only way to get the Necromancer, then yeah, I'll buy it. If it's not the only way to get the Necromancer and it just has new trophies, I'll buy it, because I suck. And yeah, Greg and I at least, are planning on buying Diablo 3 Ultimate Evil Edition on the PS3 because we are shameless trophy whores. So, and I was up in town earlier today. I'm not going to get into the whole story, but I did not actually go and buy it.
Which, it's stupid.
Yeah.
You decided you'd rather waste my time in my sleep instead of actually going while you were there. Because I'm going to have to make sure I get up early for work and stop before work.
I can take another trip at any time and go get it, if you don't want to.
Or you could just wait till next week, I guess.
No, I like the wasting your time thing better. So.
Looks like we'll be waiting till next week when we have to run errands.
We don't have to run errands.
We need pepperoni.
That is a issue in this household. Our current lack of pepperoni stores. So
it's like a little bit, I think, in the freezer.
We're still up for that, right, Greg? I mean, we're still on Team Trophy Whore, right?
Yeah, I've always been on Team Trophy Whore. In fact, I got trophy number 99 today.
Platinum number 99, you mean?
Yes, okay. Platinum. That makes a lot more sense, doesn't it?
Ignimatis, too?
No.
Oh.
The first Enigmatis.
Oh.
Which is a thing. you know, you gotta play the first one before the second one, right?
Do you?
I guess.
You do.
Okay. So I guess I'll just wait here for the rest of the people in my party to catch up. Rebecca.
Because I was gonna say, I know you're getting awfully close to the platinum in Persona 5, but I know you're not that close.
Yeah, well,
he's trying to save it for
I
number
wanted
100.
to make it number. Yeah, I was trying to save it.
Because he's sentimental. He's like a fucking girl. He's got to have the fucking flowers and the music and the wine and the candles.
It'll be good. It'll all be good.
He can't pop that platinum cherry just willy-nilly. This is an event of too much significance to just do on your
What
couch.
would you rather have show up as number 100? Enigmatis 2 or Persona 5?
How often do you think people look?
You know, it actually tells you.
Like on PlayStation profiles.
Yeah, it tells you.
Well, I think they show how many people have viewed your profile.
That's what I just said.
Oh, is that what you're...
Travel to Mutant Town.
1,434 profile views.
223. And I bet...
you know.
I bet half of them were you guys, so...
I check mine a lot, but I don't think I've checked it 700 times.
I'm pretty sure all of the checks on mine are from you looking at it, Nathan.
Yeah, probably.
I have traveled to Mutant Town as my thing.
Okay, find Professor Xavier in wherever the hell. Oh, look, it's another stronghold.
Mine says find the shield recon post in Lowtown.
God, are you behind?
So I am way behind, aren't I?
Yeah, we were just
already
playing.
finished the last mission.
You done with the whole story?
I got the trophy for killing Kingpin.
So did I.
Shouldn't you have gotten that already, Jared?
What?
The trophy for killing Kingpin.
Why would I?
I thought you said you were done with the story.
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
I didn't do any of the main missions.
Oh, okay.
I think they were where we were before we finished. Or when we finished the podcast last.
It's not just trophies
I
with
haven't
Diablo
played
3. I really like Diablo 3, so I don't need much of an excuse to incentivize playing it again, but trophies are a fine excuse. So
Yeah,
like,
they help.
I don't want to just play it.
It's a fantastic game to play.
It is.
But trophies do help.
Someone on my Facebook page called me blasphemous for playing Diablo 3 on the PC. He said, that's a PC game. I was like, then why is it better on console?
You mean PS4?
No. He was whining because I wasn't playing it on PC.
Yeah, that's not actually what he said, though.
I English.
I was gonna say,
I know what you meant, but that's not what you said.
Everybody agrees that it's better on the PS4.
Yeah, it's...
Which is a little sad, but...
Why is it sad?
I mean, I played it on PC, because it's traditionally been a PC game. Diablo started on PC. It had a very awkward PS1 port. Like, you remember this, right?
Does that even count?
Yeah, absolutely. It's part of the series' history.
I can't remember.
I'm waiting for you guys in this mutant warehouse.
Yeah, oh, you're in the warehouse? I have to speak with Sergeant Gorang. What a fucking name. His mother must have loved him.
He's right outside of the warehouse. So
Diablo
speak
1,
to his ass.
PS1.
I'm pretty much just a hired gun at this point for you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew this game came out on PlayStation, but I thought it was a weird-ass port. No, I never played Diablo on the first PlayStation, so that's weird. Then again, I didn't get into Diablo until Diablo 2 and got into Diablo 1 later. So, yeah, but let's get a consensus on this Eternal Collection. Jared, are you buying it again?
If it has extra trophies, a different trophy list, maybe.
Okay.
Oh, look, we're converting him slowly but surely.
If it's
What
the
if it
only...
doesn't have the trophies but has the necromancer?
Yeah, if it's the only way to get the necromancer.
Converting someone who has almost as many trophies as you, Craig.
Yeah, it's not much of a conversion. Oh, wow. 5 Eternity Splinters. Very sweet.
Now, I'm pretty sure, I mean, you're right there with me on the trophy list, so...
I was going to say, considering I have Trivial Pursuit and Terminator Salvation
Oh god,
as
yeah.
platinums.
So
Yeah, you guys are a couple of fucking whores.
you are the most.
Hey,
Who's the most
brothers
shameful?
in arms.
Who's the most shameful
No,
trophy
whores.
whore on this podcast?
It's
It's hard to tell which one is worse, but I think it might be BK, but it's fucking close.
Yeah, well, of course he would say
Him and
Greg.
Jared.
Jared's not biased at all, anyway. By the way, casting blame on the other person up for consideration here.
Terminator Salvation used to be like the standard, but now like My Name is Mayo is like the standard.
Didn't
Yeah,
they?
and all of you have it, so that doesn't really separate it.
Nah,
Yeah, so that doesn't really help.
I still say that the ultimate trophy horror game is Hannah Montana.
I was gonna say, wasn't there a Hannah Montana game that was notorious?
I mean, yeah, you're probably right.
And besides, like, some people might just like the Terminator IP, or, you know, there might be other reasons to play a Terminator
It wasn't
game.
that bad of a game. I mean, it wasn't a very good game, but it wasn't that bad.
I heard it was very mediocre.
Yeah.
So, but
They're like
yeah,
throwing things at my feet.
Hannah Montana. There is no excuse for anyone over the age of 10 to be playing that game. So if you have that on your trophy list and you were not a 10-year-old girl at the time, shame.
Even if you were a 10-year-old girl at the time, shame. Where the fuck am I supposed to be going now?
So Rebecca, what are the conditions for you to buy this game? Assuming, well, no, just you know the conditions. Just go over what conditions you would buy it.
Well, let's see. If it allows access to the Necromancer and I can play it locally with you, I'll just fucking do that. If I have to buy it online to get the
That was no challenge.
Yeah, but-
Necromancer,
Then you'll have to sit next to me during the podcast.
yeah, that sucks because nobody wants to be near you. But
This is a healthy relationship.
This
We
is
get a-
good.
we
This
get along
is-
well.
This is healthy.
It's like that dog.
It's like that dog
in a
in the
burning
fire.
building. Yeah.
This is good.
This is fine.
Nothing's wrong.
Oh man. Oh shit.
Sentinel ambush, yay!
wow, these things are fucking big.
Yeah, I can only see their legs because I'm not getting close to them. Because I don't have to. Because fuck you, that's why.
Ooh, a purple one.
I'm kind of tempted to buy this Eternal Edition. God, they just have to give me something. The Necromancer,
have a
trophies,
full
anything.
If they have a full new trophy list and the Necromancer, I'll probably buy it pretty early on.
Okay, so the real question is, if this is the only way to get the Necromancer, how mad would you be at Blizzard?
Depends what the price was. Like, I was
Yeah.
already ready to put $20 down on the Necromancer if I had to. I was hoping it would be less, but...
If it's
So-
the only way to buy the Necromancer and they decided to make it $60,
That's kind of
that's
shit.
kind of assy.
Are we in this treasure thing?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Where's this treasure?
Yeah, I mean, I'll buy it if it's the only way to get the Necromancer, because I want to play Necromancer, and I'm inclined to waste my money on anything with Diablo on it, but...
If they make you pay $60 though, that's gonna be kind of shitty, and it better have a fucking separate trophy list at that point.
I think the ideal situation would be you can get the Necromancer as a separate DLC for, like, I don't know, $10-15, because it's worth that at most. And you can also buy this version, which has it all packed in and patched and all that shit. And new trophies, and the retail price is $40. I think that's the ideal circumstance. So
Yeah, which they could definitely do.
yeah, because the game isn't worth, $60 anymore, and the Necromancer is not worth that much more over than the base game. So,
You hold no challenge.
and if it was that $40 for a new trophy list and the Necromancer, yeah, I'm buying that shit. But I'm also kind of admitting that I'm dumb and I'll buy it, if the deal is not that good. So I am not a savvy consumer. Okay, so I see where we're supposed to go. Other things that come out on the PlayStation 4. Victor Vran, which was a game that was advertised and sold cheaply on GOG. I think I spent like $5-7 on it, something like that. Rebecca saw it, she's like, oh, that looks interesting. And she found out that the same guy who does the voice for Geralt does the voice for Victor Vran.
Oh, instant sale there.
Pretty much. And then she forgot about it because I told her it was coming out on PS4. She's like, what's that? So I had to show her, and she's like, oh, okay. That will be a podcast game at some point. Right now it is $20 digitally, and there's some edition on a physical edition that includes some DLC that's $40.
Well, they had the edition as a digital download too.
Oh, okay, but it's $40?
Yeah, it's $40 both.
Damn, another 5 Eternity Splinters. This game is just
Well, aren't you fucking lucky?
giving me all kinds of love.
Hey,
Yeah, I didn't
don't
get
even think
shit
I've gotten
there.
5 since we started playing.
Oh, I just, I got 2 groups of 5 and a group of 3 and then a bunch of singles. I just downloaded Killing Floor 2, by the way. We have a lot of fucking podcast games to play, guys. So,
Which is better than not enough.
yes. And I've decided that, Greg, we're going Minecraft at some point, so buy it when you find it cheap.
It's $15 on Best Buy, I think.
Yeah, I
I
think
already own Minecraft.
Oh, well, fantastic. Because I bought a second copy for our house, and I told Jared to buy a copy. So I guess we all have a copy. So if we ever want to fuck around and play Minecraft on the podcast...
I just need a goal. Like, if we made the goal, kill the Ender Dragon, or, you know, something like that, I would be happy.
Oh. Rebecca, are you at this boss? Or no, this isn't an important thing, is it?
This
No.
is an event.
I have to speak with Agent Myers in the projects.
Me
Okay.
too.
Okay, good, we're all on the same page.
This is a stopover while we do that. We killed all the side sentinels to unlock the Mega Sentinel.
No, I can get down with that, Greg. Because I think it's good to kind of focus podcast, but from what I've played of it, you have to do a lot of Minecraft shit to get to that Ender Dragon. Like, you have to mine the materials and climb the crafting tree, so you're still digging around like an idiot. But I imagine we could kind of keep a wiki up and just look at how to progress things and speed things up a little bit, so...
I'll build
Yeah, I know you
stuff
need
and cut
obsidian.
down trees and stuff.
Rebecca
And you
can
guys
build...
can-
Yeah, she can build the houses so
You
we
guys
can
do
rest
the
and stay
actual
safe.
work.
Yeah. We'll do the work.
And food.
See? It all works. And hey, if it's like on a world we fucking share, then Rebecca can come and play and fuck around with it when no one else is and put all the resources she gets in her chest. It'll be fine. Everyone wins with that. We've also got Portal Knights that we're waiting for a price drop on. Diablo when they finally bring it out. Yeah, we got all kinds of shit. Victor Vran's on the horizon.
Whenever they decide to fucking release the update for Terraria.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah.
If they ever bring Starbound
Which is taking
or...
so long that we've forgotten about it.
I didn't forget about it. I ask about it regularly.
Yeah.
There's this guy.
Find the entrance to Morlock Underground. Okay. So, it's good. It's good to
Over
have
here
options.
somewhere.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see the quest marker now. So, shit. There's something else that flitted into my brain about possible podcast games, and then it exited right out. Oh, well.
Multiple man?
What?
There's a guy here named Multiple Man.
Oh. Alright, something else launched on PlayStation 4. Perception. Greg, care to talk about that a bit?
I've not got my code yet.
Those bastards.
They're having problems distributing codes, apparently.
Oh, well, that says everything, doesn't it?
But I mean, if anyone who's listening to this didn't know, it is a horror game based upon echolocation. I
It's
guess
a
your
horror
character
game where
is
you play female
blind.
Daredevil.
Female Daredevil. And
That's
how's
exactly what I
Daredevil
said about
treating
it
you?
when he showed it to me.
But she's probably more useful.
Oh, certainly.
Greg,
She's
stop feeding
already
her.
better. I can't help it.
Are we all at? Where are we all at?
I'm in this underground.
Okay, then I need to go into the underground too before Rebecca fucks up my quest.
I'm running in a circle.
Well, you are Daredevil, so. Oh man, it's too much fun. So tell us more about this game, Greg, without Rebecca's snarky interruption.
Fuck you.
I don't know too much about it. It's made by the well, you know, after BioShock Infinite, that team kind of stopped working together, right?
Yeah.
Which is crazy because it was received well, and I mean, whatever. So some of the devs left and made this game.
Yeah, I wonder why the fuck they split up, because they were kind of producing gold for a few years there, weren't they? Oh well.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Oop.
Maybe they were out of grand ideas or something.
They ran out of Mountain Dew and Doritos. So they moved on.
So, I mean, I'll be happy if it has a few good scares and a good story.
It looked neat. The music was
Hey,
shitty on one of
Splinter.
the
Lady be praised.
things. Whatever they're called. Trailers.
Yeah, the trailer was pretty bad.
We had to turn the sound
For Perception?
Yeah.
off. Yeah.
I don't know what song that was, but I couldn't stand listening to it for the entire minute and a half the trailer ran.
It was a 3-minute trailer.
Was it?
That thing you did, that sucks them all. Supernatural motorcycle. It just let me pick up something called Supernatural Motorcycle. Like, did I
Well,
just pick
my
up a
inventory is
motorcycle?
full.
Yeah, it's probably Ghost Rider or something.
Oh yeah, Greg, I
Probably.
hadn't messed with my skills since level 6 or 7 or some shit. So I did that before
Jesus.
the podcast today, and I assigned all my skills, so.
So now you're super powerful. There's
No.
a dupe.
I already was, but now I'm
I had to empty my inventory, guys.
a little better. Well, we haven't done any quest stuff yet. We just killed a dupe.
Saying don't.
Dang, it drops a lot of shit.
Yeah. Okay,
Jesus.
so this is a Kickstarter game you backed,
Yes, it is a Kickstarter game.
and it's finally coming out. See, this is why you don't like Kickstarter, because you invest in bad projects. I'm batting
What?
100 on Kickstarter. I'm 1,000, 100, whatever.
I'm definitely not at 100, but
I'm doing pretty good.
I mean, I got Shadowrun. How is that a bad project?
No, that's not. That was good. If I could go back in time, I would have given money to that too.
I just don't back anything.
Probably the smart
you
thing.
never get burned if you don't play.
Oh, I have to go to town. Okay, Jared.
I,
Later this year, when Divinity 2 comes to fruition, and I'm drinking mead out of my Dwarven Empire ale mug, don't cry to me.
I'm sure I will.
That mug does look awesome. But boy, they wanted an arm and a leg for it.
I gave them an arm and a leg. I'm surprised Rebecca let me get. The only way she let me get away with it is because it was a Dwarven Empire ale mug.
No doubt you have a plan.
Yeah, what
Yeah,
the
it's-
fuck?
I can get her to let me waste money if it's on a sufficiently nerdy thing.
Usually involves dice or dwarven ale mugs.
I do have a beard that I've been cultivating, so I'm ready.
Just for this moment.
No, but it's a happy coincidence. I will be more than happy to take images.
Treasure room, Jared.
Uh,
Jared.
Doing everything.
I'm fucking around with shit.
We're at a treasure room if you want to teleport to us.
My inventory's full, so it's kind of...
Well, hurry.
Alright, I'm selling everything. Or donating it, rather.
This guy is, what, he's got like an upper torso, but his legs are a tank.
That
I
seems
can't make this shit up.
like it would be less useful.
I don't know, you got treads. Like you can get around with some treads, right?
You can't
Probably not very
jump,
good
though.
on stairs. you need wheelchair access everywhere you go.
It said I don't meet the requirements to go where you're at.
Okay. So we've got a lot of news on Mass Effect Andromeda. Yes, Jared. It's almost time. First, I want to talk about a little patch that they did. God, do I really even want to cover this again? Yeah, why not? Fuck it. So, they're patching some things into the game, which I'm surprised by, because I kind of thought they gave up and went fuck it. And, of course, the webpage is being a bastard. What are you loading? You're loading nothing.
So this is why you don't buy big games like that day one anymore.
Well, I made a lot more money writing about it than it cost me to buy it, so...
I know, but for the average person is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. For the average person, you could have waited on this game. I mean, it's already
now
like...
you're going to get the game with all the patches.
Yeah. So what they're adding is the ability to recustomize your rider. I think they added 2 new preset heads. They unlocked hairstyles for all the presets and all the genders, so that's good. I'll just go on and read what all they changed. Rider's appearance can now be changed on board the Tempest, expanded the range of options available in the character creator. Jaal can now be romanced by Scott Ryder. More on this in a bit. Dialogue for Hanley Abrams was adjusted to change the flow of personal information she discussed with Ryder. Don't ask. It is beyond stupid. Fixing a bunch of quest bugs. Yes, I needed to do that. Vendors now carry weapon mods for level 60 to 71 players. I guess that's a good thing. And a whole bunch of technical crap you won't understand unless you actually have played the game. But they're improving the character customization, and it's my understanding that they're adding the option to recustomize your character at any point inside the Tempest. So if you are a day oneer like me who has already been playing with a character for fuck knows how long, and you wanted to see what the changes were, you can without having to start over, which is the least they could do, but I'll give them credit because you can't count on developers to even do obvious stuff like that, so kudos. But I said earlier that they made a character called Jaal romanceable by male characters.
So this is what I'm hearing is the addition of a gay romance option.
Well, he was already in the game, and he was a female-only romance option. So now he's player sexual, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's fine, because more options are always better, but it's their justification for it that really bugs me. So
what does it matter? Why do they gotta justify it?
Exactly,
it could have just been like, people wanted this, so we added it. But
exactly.
No, they had to go a step further than
I'll
just
read.
that.
You can see if this is labor justification, if they're overly pandering to an idea set here. Scott Ryder did not have a same-sex squad mate available as a romance option, nor could the achievement for completing 3 romances be achieved with only male same-sex partners. And as the Angara have expressed their fluidity on how they perceive gender, it seemed only natural that Scott could have a relationship with Jaal. However, we understand that a character's orientation is an important part of what makes them feel real. The relationships with your crew are some of the most loved and cherished parts of our games, so we wanted to make sure that we got it right. We consulted with members of the LGBTQ community, both externally and within our own studios. After carefully considering all feedback, we decided this was an important change to make, one that made sense for Jaal, Scott, and the Angara. Our writing, editing, and animation teams worked together to ensure this change made sense for Jaal's character, and the result is a relationship we hope feels as fulfilling and memorable for Scott as it does for Sarah. Now, I should go over this. piece by piece, I guess. Scott Ryder didn't have a same-sex squad mate available as a romance option. Yes, obviously, they're right about that. I'd hope they'd know that about their own game. But there were people on the ship that you could romance as Scott Ryder. Homosexual relationships. They just weren't in your squad. I'm not sure how important that really is, but...
Yeah...
There were people that weren't on your ship that you could romance too, and God forbid that you have to touch icky girls to get a fucking achievement in a video game. That cannot happen. Now, I wonder if they would do the same if they only had, like, 2 heterosexual male romance options, and a bunch of fucking crybabies from the peanut gallery went, I don't want to have to do gay shit to get a trophy, man. Somehow I don't think they'd be as sympathetic. And to that I'd say, shut the fuck up, it's a video game. Go smooch a dude to get a trophy, or shut the fuck up and don't get the trophy.
Yeah. Hey, are you guys in the old train yard?
Yeah. I'm
Yes.
at Church of Purification. Locate Purifier Church in Old Train Yard. Where are you at?
I just entered the train yard because I was trying to figure out where you guys were.
Now, another thing, I haven't read every single thing in the game. I've read most of it. I've completed the romance with Jaal. By the way, this alien looks like a... What do you call it? A cat squid, Rebecca?
Yeah, cat squid.
Yeah, he's
Squid.
like he's like a pink cat squid alien. So, I mean, he's technically male, but when you look that alien, it's hard to imagine. Like, he's not an Asari, right? Like, Asaris are basically just chicks painted blue with bullshit on their head. The Angara are...
They like the squids.
They do kind of, don't they? It would be almost as pointless as saying, I don't want to have to romance a male Hanar. I want to romance a female Hanar. What the fuck does it matter? It's a floating jellyfish either way. So, getting this worked up about it kind of seems silly on the front end of things. But, whatever. One thing that I do have issue with, though, is, like I was saying, I played a good bit of the game, and I don't remember them ever expressing the Angara having a fluid view of gender. Like, I don't know where in the game this was. Maybe it was on some data pad somewhere I haven't reached. They like having big families, and they're out with their emotions. They've established those pretty well, but unless their viewpoint of homosexuality is, like, 1990s sitcom level...
died? Shit.
Wow, you suck, dude.
Can't believe I died.
Where are
You
you
guys
at?
might want to teleport to where BK and I are, because we're fighting the Juggernaut.
Oh, well, then I'm glad he died.
You forgot to say bitch afterwards.
I should call you a bitch, 'cause you died, and I fucking had to resurrect you.
What a
I don't
bitch.
know what went wrong there.
Oh, no, this guy, he one-hit killed me
Maybe he's
before.
just like super strong.
He is.
Oh, no, I've died. He didn't even attack.
Lag? But
I got you.
if they're insinuating that being open with your emotions
Thank
makes you gender fluid, then I have to question how Bioware views homosexuals. Because that seems almost like a juvenile approach.
And, gender fluidity has nothing to do with homosexuality and heterosexuality. Those are two totally different things.
They lump all the stuff together. And that's another thing, like, you talk to people from the LGBTQ community. Like, there's any person from any sort of these artificial categories you can talk to that somehow represents the whole.
Yeah.
Like, I went and talked to Greg, and he said it was cool to throw eggs at people with beards, so I can throw eggs at Nathan, because I talked to Greg. No, that's not how it fucking works.
Well, it's a form of virtue signaling, right?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah,
So-
it's so they can go, well, we talked to this one person.
And he said our
was okay with it.
representation was okay. See, we're clean.
We're good now.
Truly, the strikers will lose no
So, I don't dislike the change. I think most characters in Bioware games should be player sexual. People have argued with me about this, and it's fine, different perspectives, but considering how bad the writing has been in Bioware games recently, compared to how it used to be anyways, I don't think you're hurting the characters too much by making them player sexual.
Yeah, well, we have a pretty good insight.
Yes.
For Andromeda.
So, you're going to be surprised, Greg. Good segue, Jared. I read a Kotaku article earlier, and it's an actual really good one. I suggest everyone look it up, because I'm not going to spend as much time going into full detail here and just read the whole thing
It's a really long article.
Yeah, it's a long article.
Kotaku.com.
I stopped reading it after some point.
The story behind
too.
Mass Effect Andromeda's Troubled 5. That's what my web browser says. Just Kotaku, I guess. Just do a Google search for Kotaku Mass Effect Andromeda Trouble. You might find it. So, they talk about the development hell that this game went through, and apparently, according to some anonymous developers, most of the game was completed in the last 18 months. And they talk about how staff would come and go, and positions would not be refilled after, especially in the animation department. I know, surprise there. After other people had left, they wouldn't be refilled. People would be going from Montreal to Edmonton to Austin, and it was apparently hell to get in touch with everyone. The scope of the game was cut down drastically from hundreds of planets that were procedurally generated to 30 planets that were a mix of procedure generation and hand-done.
Akin to something like No Man's Sky.
Or Final Fantasy 15, you'd have to believe. Because it sounds like the same thing happened, where it was in...
Well, I mean the procedurally generated, like...
Yeah.
Worlds and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's essentially what it was supposed to be like early on, is kind of No Man's Sky mixed with Mass Effect. They claim to have come to the same idea independently of each other, which I'm inclined to believe because it's not that great of an idea anyways. Just, hey, a space game where we procedurally generate planets. Doesn't seem like that far of a stretch when we already are in a world where, hey, dungeon crawling with procedurally generated dungeons. It's just the sci-fi variant of the fantasy institution we've had since 1996. But it sounds like it was a case of development hell, of office politics and all kinds of bullshit gone wrong. And just really dumb shit, like deciding to switch what program they were using for animation during pre-production and losing months of work because of it, and then ending up using some animation from the original project anyways. Just mind-bogglingly incompetent. And it's really easy to draw parallels between what happened with Mass Effect Andromeda and Final Fantasy 15. Although, for my money, to be completely honest, I think Mass Effect Andromeda still turned out to be a much better game. Because I think the gameplay is still better. I think the story is still more coherent. And the characters aren't anywhere near as bad in Mass Effect Andromeda as they are in Final Fantasy 15. So that's why I gave Final Fantasy 15 a 6.5, and I gave Mass Effect Andromeda 7.5. So it's not the same scale of disaster, but there are parallels where the game's in production forever, and eventually somebody just has to come in, cut the scale down to the bare bones, and fast-track development to the finish line, and you get what you get at the end. So, I actually suggest reading it. This one article on Kotaku. If you click on another one...
article on Kotaku.
You're an asshole. Don't give them money.
Who would have thought?
I'll be fair, this is a good article. So...
That's very well written.
Yeah.
I read a large portion of it.
And it's pretty insightful, so...
It's actually journalism instead of their normal fare.
Yep. So I'll give the author, who is this? I'll call him out, Jason Schreier. So I'll give him credit because he did a good job, and this was actually interesting. And this is the kind of crap that I want to know about when it comes to video games. Defeat Predator X. I don't even know where he's at.
Yeah, any of that behind the scenes stuff is fun.
Especially when you see a ship sink like this. So, good stuff. It's good stuff. Obviously not the game. Oh, the big issue though that they complain about for several paragraphs is that they were forced to use the Frostbite engine. And apparently several anonymous developers from Montreal bitched quite stringently about the limitations of Frostbite when it comes to RPGs. And I think they referred to some solutions that they had to edit into the engine as duct tape solutions.
Yeah, but the ant was created, and it was like comparable to duct tape.
It's funny because I first linked Nathan the article about Mass Effect's troubles from a Destructoid article, in the first comment and below had a roll of duct tape.
Yeah, that was funny. But apparently Frostbite was made by DICE, which is another EA developer, and I guess they just want everybody to use this game engine, whether it's a proper tool or not.
It's free.
But here's the thing that I don't get. I told Jared this, so he's just going to have to hear me bitch about it again. CD Projekt, when they were almost bankrupt, they made themselves a new game engine. They made the Red Engine for The Witcher 2. They were not a big studio at the time, and they were able to make the Red Engine, and they were able to make The Witcher 2, and then they updated it, and they were able to make The Witcher 3, and we're talking about 4-year turnarounds every single time between these two games and the engines that they built to go with them. You're telling me that a company backed by EA, as big as Bioware, can't have a dedicated fucking game engine for RPGs? I can't wrap my head around that. It makes no sense. So, I don't know. I mean, is that...
After reading that article, what I said about it was they clearly wanted to make an A game with a B team.
Yeah, that's another observation.
Oh, wow. I just did 194,000 damage.
Good God. I usually do about 3,000 to 4,000 damage a hit.
I'm by the deep tunnels, guys.
Oh, I'm selling stuff. But, again, I don't have any insight.
Enter deep tunnels.
I don't have any insight into game development, so I don't know why this would be potentially a logistical problem for them, but it just strikes me as a know-nothing fan that if CD Projekt, who doesn't have anywhere near the staff or numbers of Bioware or EA, can make their own game engine for RPGs, one explicitly designed for open-world RPGs, why can't Bioware and... Oh, this menu is so horrible. There we go.
Oh, Jesus Christ. 184,000. Okay, this is reliable. It's the signature move. That's why.
Oh.
Yeah, I've heard Blade's signature moves like stupidly OP.
And my signature move is that giant suck everything in storm.
How do you know it's your signature move?
It says on your skill list.
It says it on this, on the skill screen. It says it.
Okay, let's go to the next area here. So, if anyone cares to call me a dumbass and fill me in on that, I would love to know if there's some sort of technical answer behind it, but I just like to compare what a small, nearly bankrupt Polish team did. And one of the things that I think helps CD Projekt is they do a lot of their crap in-house. What are you doing, woman?
Are you guys here?
I'm here.
I'm fighting something named Predator X.
And when you do everything in, Warsaw or Krakow, where the hell they're located, instead of having 3 fucking rotating development teams with everyone traveling around, probably streamlines development. So.
Well, I also said this too when I was talking about that. Guerrilla Games, who's known for their Killzone games, the engine they use for Horizon was basically the engine they use for the Killzone game on PS4.
Yeah. So that's another good point. Why is BioWare unable to alter the Frostbite engine enough to get themselves an engine that works for, their AAA RPGs, or build their own engine.
Well,
fit for
I
the
think
task.
part of it probably was the staffing issue, and then having their directors switched out, and all kinds of other shit.
EA not allocating resources to it.
Yeah.
The same engine for Dragon Age Inquisition.
I mean,
they didn't use all the same team members.
Yeah,
so...
they had their A team do Inquisition, and they were a lot more competent. Clearly, I mean, I'm not going to go cast unnecessary aspersions, but let's be real. And maybe the Edmonton team was just more coordinated, more veteran, more skilled, and were able to make the necessary changes to Frostbite to get the game working in a acceptable manner that saved them time and allowed them to iron out bugs.
They had an actual team work on that rather than having half a team.
Yeah, maybe their DLC fucking company make a full game. But I mean, it's probably a factor of issues. They probably weren't talented enough. There probably weren't enough of them. They certainly didn't have enough time. So, and then all the politics and go read the article. It's good shit. I highly suggest reading this one article on Kotaku.
Talk to this guy.
That's good to know. That's good to know.
So, moving on.
Let's talk about Pokemon.
Oh god, yes, fine. Someone else talk about Pokemon. I've been babbling forever now. I'm sick of it. I'm not a Pokemon.
We should probably answer this. Who is the biggest Pokemon guy here?
You are.
What? No.
I don't think Jared's ever played a Pokemon game.
I have not.
How many Pokemon games have you played, Nathan?
One less than one.
Jesus. Yeah, I guess technically it is me, but the last one I played was Black and White.
Racist.
Which is at least yeah. Let's call racist. I use animals to fight against each other. like some sort of modern day cockfighting scheme.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it is. But that's at least 2 games ago, so I am far from a up-to-date Pokemon fan.
You are the resident Pokemon expert. Asterisk, asterisk.
Yes. Hey, there's a treasure room up here. Okay, so what I've been saying ever since the Switch came out was that they need to put a Pokemon game on it. Full-fledged, Switch-only
and a
Pokemon
big boy
game.
GPU.
Targets remain. Oh, we're supposed to just destroy targets?
Didn't we get him?
Watch this.
Defeat Lonely Trevor.
Right? Isn't that not crazy?
Yeah,
you saw that, right? It's a ridiculous amount of damage. It is overpowered. Just a little.
God, Jared, you don't seem that far ahead anymore. Okay. Can we just agree on the outset, before we get into it? Nintendo fell flat on their fucking faces here.
By not delivering a Pokemon game for the Switch?
Did anybody want any of the shit that they released? I mean, we talked about how Blizzard was. We didn't outright say it, but I'll outright say it. Depending on what the Eternal Collection is, that could be a fucking heist. But there is no doubt that this fucking, Ultimate Pokemon or whatever fucking Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. This is outright fucking robbery. This is fucking horse shit. They just released the fucking games a few months ago. Not like, hey, have the same game but with a few more fucking transformations. What a bunch of garbage. Same system and everything. Nonsense.
I'm in the labs.
Okay, carry on, Greg. Sorry, I'm being a dick.
I mean, it all boiled down. For me, it all boiled down to your fighting skills increased to 4. Okay, whatever. It all boiled down to new Pokemon game on the Switch. Yes or no?
Pokken tournament.
Like anything short of that. Yeah, well, we got Pokken tournament, I guess.
It would be a great move.
I mean, they're gonna survive. They're gonna make money because it's Pokemon, and everyone out there buys it.
You're in these labs, Rebecca?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just entered.
But yeah, ultimately disappointing as hell.
Rebecca learned of this news by a meme. I can't remember who shared it. I think it was McKinema, where they had Steve Austin and I forgot his name. Some announcer guy.
You're talking about the wrestler, right?
Yeah, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yeah, and it was the meme where
you have to say Stone Cold.
Where Stone Cold
I don't
Steve
think you can
Austin
just say
is
Steve Austin.
Where Stone Cold and Steve Austin are laughing at something together, and then Stone Cold Steve Austin just stops mid-laugh, gives him a glare, and gives him a stunner. Except they replaced the announcer's head with, I think, the Nintendo icon. The whole meme was, when you hear a new Pokemon game for the Switch, and it's Pokken tournament.
Right.
So
like, they had to have known that this was going to be the reaction, right?
These are the same motherfuckers who released that fucking Metroid spin-off, okay?
Federation Force.
Do you think they have any shame?
No.
They know what you want. They don't care. And you're gonna buy it anyways, because you're stupid. Not speaking to anyone,
depressing.
You in specific, but just Nintendo fans in general.
Well, I'm 3 Pokemon games behind for a reason, right?
You're slipping. You're getting woke, or as the fucking internet edgelords say, you're getting red pilled.
Even then, when I play a Pokemon game, I beat the Elite Four, and that's about it. And according to almost any Pokemon fanatic out there, that's like half the game played.
It's kind of like Monster Hunter, where, I mean, I like the franchise and the gameplay, but it's really the same shit.
Oh, Jesus. I just destroy yellow things. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What? Oh,
any yellow boss, I just
you're
melt
gloating
them now.
Like you're somebody. Okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
Exactly.
My inventory's full again.
Sorry, Jared. What's your special, Jared?
What? I don't know. They don't use it too much.
Here I made the mistake of thinking Greg was saying something important.
No, just wanted to gloat a little.
Okay, I should have realized.
God, I'm so good.
You're an awesome person. You picked the black guy.
I picked the black guy, yes!
And they're rewarding you. But, fuck, what was the game I bought? Monster Hunter Generations X or something? I bought it on the 3DS because I had a lapse of sanity, and I went, hey, it's cheap. It was like $20 or some shit. And I put it in the 3DS, and I started playing it, and it's the same fucking thing as Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. I mean, the setting is different, but same character models, same fucking gameplay, almost everything is the same. So, oh, but the monsters look different. They're now slightly different looking big dinosaur things that you kill early on for meat, and who cares? Fuckers. But I think Pokemon is in the same boat, right?
Well, they do have the Monster Hunter game coming to the Switch sooner or later, the Double X.
Yeah.
I'm sure that will sell.
3DS game.
Yeah. Well, they do play a lot better on console. Like, my friend has a Wii U sucker, and he has Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate on the 3DS and the Wii U. And it's a much superior looking and feeling game on the Wii U. Hopefully we'll get one on the PlayStation 5. Huh? Rumorville? We discussed that last week, though, so we don't need to go back into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jared, you're... I'm not going to call you a Nintendo apologist, but you're a lot more sympathetic to them than I am. What did you think about their Pokemon Direct? Eh.
Typical
Nintendo.
Yeah.
Maybe they will put one out in the upcoming years. Maybe next year.
Easy.
Maybe. Maybe Nintendo will give us a reason to buy the Switch. But I'm not holding my
I
breath.
have one reason.
Zelda?
Mario.
Oh, okay. Like, right now, the only reason I can think of is Zelda, and I can think of plenty of excuses not to buy that game.
I would be very tempted if that collection of mana game came to the US.
Remasters of SNES games?
It's the Secret of Mana.
Isn't it just Secret of Mana and Seiken Densetsu 3?
Nah, it's got Final Fantasy Adventure on there too.
So it has
What-
the first, second, and third game.
What changes have they
Yeah,
made
first,
to these
second,
games?
and third. Well, Seiken Densetsu 3's never been in the US.
Oh, treasure room.
Like I'm sure they probably put on. I have to imagine they do. So where's this treasure room you're talking about?
Teleport to me.
Yeah. I have to imagine they put on online multiplayer, because you could
in the
do
missile
3-player.
Yeah.
You could do 3-player multiplayer back in the day on the SNES.
You can't defeat humanity.
Can't defeat humanity? What kind of nonsense is that? Anyways, has anyone watched this ELEX gameplay trailer? ELEX? ELEX? Greg, Jared?
No.
Yeah, I have.
Okay, you have. Greg, I'm surprised at you. It's made by the same developers, I think, who did the Gothic series, but
I've never played any of those games actually.
I have. They're the very
I don't
definition
know if
of
they're.
meh.
Oh really?
They're pretty mediocre from what I played. This one, I'm very skeptical of it, but it does look kind of neat. It's sci-fantasy? It looks sci-fantasy. You had guns, but you also had
It's-
swords and armor and shit.
It's weird.
Yeah, you should
You're
check out the
watching it
trailer.
in like it shows like this sci-fi setting with somebody in like advanced body armor and stuff shooting things, and then it will cut to a guy wearing armor fighting like a big beast in the forest with swords, and I'm like,
I sent you the trailer
doesn't even
on.
seem like it would be the same game. There's a treasure room over here called the Hangar Airstrip.
I sent you the trailer on Facebook.
Yeah, it sounds somewhat interesting.
It does seem interesting.
Yeah, I'm just wary of the developer because I have their games on GOG because, I mean, they were sold for like peanuts as part of bundles, so why not? And I
Guess there's
played Gothic 3 a bit, and it's really clunky gameplay. Have any of you played the game Two Worlds?
I actually got I didn't play Two Worlds, but I played Two Worlds 2.
Okay.
Back in the day, I got a preview copy, or a review copy. It's one of the first review copy games I ever got.
The Gothic games have kind of clunky animation and gameplay like that, which is very off-putting to me. I don't know if I can really justify why. It just is. I don't need to justify it. I don't like
I mean, that's fair
animation or
enough.
gameplay.
It's your opinion.
So I'm skeptical, but it's
You
still
don't
on
need to
my
justify
radar.
your opinion.
Well, I mean, it's
I found
better
the compound
to.
bunker.
Are you in it?
A command bunker. I found the command bunker.
I actually see Two Worlds 2 came out and it was huge. Like this was a big game, and they did so much better than the first Two Worlds game.
I only played the first one, so I can't comment on the second one.
The first one was a steaming pile of trash from
Yeah.
everything I've ever read.
Yeah. Like, the
And the
hit
second
detection
one-
was bad, the animation was bad. I kind of got the same vibe from Gothic 3, but Gothic 3 was a lot crisper, a lot better, a lot more well-designed, but it was still pretty C-grade RPG.
You could tell that they were getting better over time.
Yeah. So,
And it came out like 6, 7, 8 months before Skyrim.
ooh.
So like I labeled my review the perfect fantasy filler while we wait for Skyrim. Which probably didn't make the developers too happy.
Yeah.
And this is why Greg doesn't get review copies.
Well, from them anymore, anyways.
Have they done anything since then?
Well, no, I mean,
I have no idea.
Gotta respect you for that, because it's, well, one, in hindsight, true, it holds up. If they don't like it, well, they should have made a better game. So.
I like the
Hire
spell
people-
casting in
the people who did Andromeda's animations.
I like the spell casting because you could craft your own spells, kind of like Oblivion, but you did it like with this this locket, and you could layer the spell effects. Like, it was interesting.
See, that's something that does bug me about the Elder Scrolls franchises. How much they've simplified. I'm not going to say casualized it, because some of the casualified it. Well, because some of the changes that they made over the Oblivion formula were better. Like streamlining the leveling, a million times better. I don't care if it removes complexity. I played both games. I wrote character creation guides on both games. I know the ins and outs of the systems. Skyrim allowed you to just get into the fucking game and play. Oblivion was too min-maxy even for me.
Required spreadsheets.
It really did.
Level up.
So,
Yeah, kind of.
if you care about your character not being weaker than they could be, suboptimal character advancement. And that kind of stuff bugs the living crap out of me, so I had to write a guide about it. So yeah, they did casualify it to that degree, but I don't think it's a bad thing in that respect. But the spells in Skyrim were not good.
No, they really weren't. They were good at the beginning, but after that, it's just bad. Just bad.
Is there any, like... I'm going off on a tangent here, I'll just say this, though. Is there any developer who can look at a 600 damage Dragon Bone bow and a 150 damage master spell that you have to do a quest to get and justify that? Because I would love to hear the excuse behind that.
Which is what I kind of liked about the spellcasting in Two Worlds too. You found, to make these spells, you found these components. Obviously, you get stronger components over time, and it actually kept up with the fucking melee and ranged classes that you could choose from. And
you could grind for them. See, that's kind of why, even though it was an unnatural fit, I like the Diablo 3 system of magic, where it's just like, yeah, somehow your wand determines how strong your spells are. And it kind of makes sense, you know, your intelligence goes up, and I guess somehow you turn brain powers into disintegration beams, whatever. Fantasy shit. But the most important part was it played sensibly, so you were scaling up your spells every time you found a better weapon. I know, it's dumb. I found a great axe, and it does more damage, so now my magic missile does more damage, but at least you didn't have... Well, I mean, Diablo 2 had a problem where they could never get the raw values of the spells right. They would either be too weak or too strong or some other shit, because they never scaled based on any outside stats. They were set, and the only things you could manage were like your mana pool and casting speed and shit like that. So it's counterintuitive to all the gaming we've been brought up with, but developers have a really hard time keeping melee and magic balanced, and kind of making it run off the same algorithms balanced it out. So I'm okay with that. By the way,
balance is important. Otherwise, you get a bunch of people on a podcast bitching about your magic system 5 years later.
And 5 people will be watching it and going, these pretentious dicks, why don't they talk about something interesting? By the way,
why am I watching this?
Dragon's Dogma has some interesting spells. Like, their spells, I think the damage on them is... Well, you increase a magic stat. So I guess it's kind of like Diablo, except it makes sense, because instead of a longsword increasing magic... Well, no, I guess they have elemental things that increase your magic, too. Wow, Dragon's Dogma is just a really great, balanced game, isn't it?
Oh my god,
Jesus.
shut up about Dragon's Dogma.
By the way, it's coming
We
out.
get it. It's coming to the PS4. We get it. I'll
coming
play
out,
it. Jesus.
Coming out on PS4 this fall.
Just stop it. Just stop it.
I swear, like, every half hour in Slack. Hey, did you know Dragon's Dogma's coming to PS4?
Imagine living with him.
Okay, woman, are you buying your own copy of Dragon's Dogma for the PS4?
That doesn't mean I want to hear about it every fucking 3
Alright, then
seconds.
shut up.
I don't want to hear about it.
Oh, look how
We could
dead
be
he
eating
is.
dinner and he's just like, this reminds me of this on Dragon's Dogma and the fact that it's coming out on PlayStation 4.
Oh man, I'm a delightful person. That's all I'm
No.
hearing. That's all I'm hearing from this conversation is he is a delightful, passionate person who will tell you an honest opinion about video games.
He's a pain in the
Yeah.
ass and he fucking won't shut the fuck up is what everyone else gets out of that. When they're not
Yeah.
viewing it through the lens of narcissism.
Narcissism? I'm shilling for
Yeah, this is
Capcom. How is that
Magneto.
narcissism?
You're referring to yourself as a delightful person.
Well, I mean, you know, all the evidence points towards that conclusion, so.
Don't you have, like, instant kill thing, BK? How's Magneto
He used
still
it.
alive? Ew.
Yeah, he died pretty fast.
Dude, I know you were talking about your awesome signature move, but I think mine was fucking him up pretty good there, too.
To be fair, I should be absolutely useless against Magneto.
You should. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, all he uses
Like,
are
because
guns
my signature
and
move
swords.
is throwing knives like crazy,
Yeah.
and then like kicking a stake through their heart or some shit.
I should be
Magneto was
useless
normally
too.
fucked later.
You know, I wield a sword.
Yeah, see, we should be useless.
Storm? Come on.
Storm is good. Storm is good.
Storm could challenge him, I think.
I
So,
fight with sticks.
yeah,
so-
fuck. How did we even get this off? Right, we were talking about ELEX. God, these poor fucking smaller game companies. We just bury them. We start talking about one thing and then it's like, whatever. Anyways, I got my eye on it. It might be good. I sent you the article, which should have a link to the video, so if you ever want to watch it. Looks interesting, but it doesn't really show off all that much, so just enough to put it on your radar, maybe.
So did you guys see the 3 new RPGs Atlas has announced?
No, go on with it.
So there's only one I'm really
There's
interested
3DS
in.
games I mentioned.
Yeah, they're all 3 are 3DS games. So the first one is Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey Redux. How do you pronounce that? So this was already an RPG on the 3DS. This is just like a enhanced version, I guess. Expanded port, whatever. But it's very much a dungeon crawler with like your normal Shin Megami Tensei battle system. Talk to demons, recruit demons, have them kill other demons. Okay, so the second one, moving on. The second one is Etrian Odyssey 5, which how they got 5 installments, I have no fucking idea. I played the second one and I hated it. I did not like it. It was just, I don't know why people like these games. Maybe they've gotten better. I don't know.
I haven't really played any of the Etrian Odyssey games, but I played Persona Q. And that's pretty
Which
much
is about the same thing
Yeah.
with a Persona skin. I don't like the foes that you are just fucking white dots on the map that move around. I mean, what? Really? And then I guess the big draw is exploring the dungeons and mapping out your own, making your own map. Which is just so behind the times I can't get with it.
I'm laughing at Squirrel. This person playing Squirrel Girl just has like 5 little squirrels
Panther, you are a warrior.
like running in place in front of her.
Okay, so here's the one you should buy because it is fucking awesome. Radiant Historia.
Let me go look. I'll be the judge.
Perfect Chronology. Now, Radiant Historia was already an RPG on the on the 3DS or DS. DS.
I think it's DS.
Yeah, I think it's DS.
Whatever that.
But it is a time traveling adventure with like tactical battles.
Whatever that
You have to
curly-haired
go-
blonde thing is, no.
Shut up.
I want it dead.
Curly-haired blonde thing. What are you looking at?
I just looked up Radiant Historia, and there's this blue-eyed, curly-haired blonde child thing that I want murdered. Drowned in a bucket in the backyard.
Oh, you're talking about that princess.
Oh, God. Yes, I guess.
Yeah, but making your way through the different worlds is pretty fun.
Do you have
There's
to ever...
a lot of alternate endings in that game.
Do you ever have to play as that character?
Yes.
No.
Fuck it.
0 out of 10. Some of the other characters...
That's a brutality.
Some of the other characters look pretty cool, though. Oh, she doesn't look all that... She doesn't look that terrible when they actually show her character model.
You're just looking at the box art and you're like, nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the box art is what she's probably supposed to look like.
Well, no, her character art. For some reason, she doesn't look as bad when it's not just her head.
Huh.
I don't know what the in-game looks like, because all they're showing is... Oh, very chibi.
It comes off as a very SNES type graphics.
Yeah. Where are you at, Rebecca?
The story, I never actually beat it, but the story was interesting, and the fact that you have to swap between world lines to, save people or make progress was really cool.
I guess we're defeating the Lizard King champions.
It's kind of like a more focused Chrono Trigger.
Now that would be a game that would be wonderful for them to port to some other system. Some other real system, not a mobile device.
Chrono Trigger?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Nintendo would let that happen.
No, they wouldn't.
What are you talking about?
Huh? What?
Have you ever seen it on anything other than Nintendo or mobile?
It's on PlayStation, PS1.
Oh yeah, it did come out on that.
Oh.
Hold on, what was it called?
It's
Final Fantasy Anthology?
No, it wasn't part of that anthology, was it?
It's part of the anthology.
Really?
Yeah, it was. It came with something else.
I used to own that. I thought it was just Final Fantasy 4, 5, and 6.
The one had Final Fantasy 4 and Chrono Trigger, I think.
Oh wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, well, there was two of them. One had Chrono Trigger and something.
Oh, okay,
and
okay.
the other one had 5 and 6 on it, I think.
Okay, that makes sense.
Where you going? Get back here, you fucking asshole.
I would love for them to put that out on PS4. Jesus, I mean,
Yeah.
why wouldn't you?
I'd buy it.
Or PS3?
PS4. It's not coming out on PS3 anymore. Well, I want
meant
it with
back in the
trophies.
day, of
Can I get it?
course.
Can I get it with trophies?
No.
Damn. Jared is cruel and
Because
merciless.
who?
'Cause that would
Who's
be
stopping
logical.
this? Is it Square Enix or Nintendo
Enix.
somehow?
I don't see why Nintendo would stop it.
If they even could.
No, fuck you. Fuck
What-
people saying
What quest phase are you at, Rebecca?
I just was told to talk to Elder Breivik, and I just talked to him.
I'm at Jet to
Find
the...
Beast near Shield Sinus Depot.
Okay, that's what I'm doing too. Okay. Fantastic. We're still on track.
I don't even know if Chrono Trigger's on Steam. I don't think it is.
Yeah, I don't want it on Steam. I want it on PlayStation 4.
I know.
I'm being very specific here. I want my trophies with it. Trophies have incentivized my retro gaming life. As shameless as that is.
I found Beast.
Am I going to care about trophies in 10 years? I really have to wonder about this.
Probably not.
Okay. I probably should prioritize differently then.
Well, you're not gonna live another 10 years.
Probably not,
You
no.
know, we had for dinner, so...
Yeah, I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised if I make it to 40. You know what Atlas game I'd love to see?
We shall see who truly commands the land.
I'll tell you all later when we're talking about the E3 shit. Alright.
Ooh.
Yeah, see? Ah.
Greetings.
Shut up, beast.
What the fuck?
Alright.
Can't just leave us hanging like that.
Now let's get on to some news. Some more news. Microsoft is revisiting the Fable franchise. Or here,
Oh,
let
Jesus.
me just read this note. This is how I entered it in on my notepad file for this podcast. Microsoft rapes Fable's corpse with a shitty card game.
Oh, I did hear about this, yeah. Almost sounds like they're salvaging.
You know what? I think I want to let Rebecca rant on this one, so I'll read the article from DualShockers, and I will let her do the commentary. Like,
No.
you don't want to rant? You don't want to rant?
No.
Okay, I guess I'll do the
Shield
ranting.
signs.
Oh, Jesus, there are some large dinosaurs where I'm at.
It's fucking stupid, because
You
Oh.
are warrior.
I compared it to Gwent,
I cannot
but
do that.
here's the thing. Gwent isn't its own thing only. It is now, but they also had The Witcher 3 to go with it. And instead you're gonna just do your little shitty fucking card game for Fable, but not give us...
Well, this
A
won't be
Fable
the
game?
first time they've done a card game on its own, right?
Yeah. But where's the actual game, too? Don't compare it to fucking Witcher 3.
Are you sure you don't want to rant about this?
I just did.
Okay, I guess I can skip that first paragraph then. Now, about the catch mentioned earlier, Fable Fortune does launch on July 11th, but only for those who want to buy it. Wait. No, I skipped ahead. Sorry, I'm being a douchebag. You will be able to play it against other players in PvP or with a friend in its co-op mode. What makes this card game different from others is that you can change your hero's abilities during the game based on the choices you make. You decide as a player whether your character becomes good or evil, and as a result, their abilities will change. This is like them saying, see, no, it's totally tied into Fable. Because Fable had a storyline, right? And you could, like, do good things and bad things, and change the world and make story choices. And this card game, you can make your character good or evil, huh? So,
Yeah.
so fucking pathetic.
Fuck pisses me off.
Rebecca, are you in the SHIELD Science Outpost?
No, because I went and came out, and then now I did a treasure room with
Okay.
BK or whatever.
Well, travel with me before I kill everything and make you sad in the pants.
Well, don't kill everything. 'cause
I'm
it's
not
still
killing
doing
any
treasure thing.
woman. Simmer
How
down.
about us? We're all in the same place.
Yeah,
Killing
plus it's a
raptors.
treasure room.
God damn.
Killing raptors in a raptor enclosure,
Plebs.
except they
Alright.
are the big kind of like raptor.
So, yeah. I don't think anyone who likes Fable wanted this. I can't imagine anyone this appeases. I think it's a pathetic attempt to try and make some money off the Fable name without actually making a fucking Fable game.
Yeah.
So,
Does anybody even want a new Fable game?
I would play Fable
I mean, I'm
4.
sure
I
there's
like
some people
Fable.
out there.
I would like an actual Fable game.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, do I think Microsoft would fuck it up? Yeah. That doesn't mean I don't want to live in a fantasy world where they make a decent, Fable 4.
No, I'm in the outpost.
Jeez. Well, why don't you come to the rest of
I
us?
guess
We're
it's
all
possible. I did like it when they did let you, buy properties and make money, and
here. I thought
I did like
Fable
the
3
idea
was pretty
behind
fun.
the last story.
Like, making pies. I think you made pies, right? In Fable 3 to make money? Or you could make swords and shit. And I would just sit there for like an hour or two and make items, get money, buy a house, and, repeat the process because I found that fun. And then I could buy shit, and as I played through the story, I'd collect rent. And then by the time I got to, the story choices, I had all the money I needed to do all the things I wanted. I remember reading reviewers going, oh, if you play through the game really quick, you're not going to have the money, and then you're going to have to make hard choices, and they won't tell you what happened. Bitch, please. They let you know exactly what will fucking happen if you make the wrong choice. They have scary music,
Right.
and the person who proposes all the bad things is basically Batty McBaddington. You know if you don't build that fucking orphanage, it's not gonna be good. So don't tell me you weren't warned. You're just a fucking idiot. Not my fault you ran through the game and then you didn't get fucking money, so you couldn't build all the social services your country needed. Fucking whiny reviewers. Anyways.
Well, yeah. I remember playing it too, thinking the same thing. Like, you can have best of both worlds if you're smart.
Yeah, if you work. I guess I just need to travel to Rebecca. Jared, you let me know where you
Well, now I traveled to you guys, and I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing.
I was just following Jared. It usually works in video
Now I don't
games.
know how to
Just
get
follow
back
Jared.
to where I was, because you guys are in fuckland. Jesus. And now I don't have a fucking cursor.
Rebecca, Fuckland sounds like a pretty cool place, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh. I'm not even going to comment on that.
There's a
'cause I
treasure
need
thing
nice.
here.
Yeah, I'm by a treasure thing called Dinosaur Graveyard. I'm going in.
I went in Towering Eerie. I guess I'll travel to you. There. Look at me meeting you halfway again. Alright. So apparently...
These things keep on just coming, don't they?
Greg, you're a fan of
Jesus.
Ninja Theory, even when they make bastardizations of long-running franchise, because the fucking
Hey, can you
head
blame
developer
Ninja
is...
Theory or Capcom? Which one? Which one?
You know who I'm going to blame right now. So let's not
Are
waste
you
time.
right?
Yes.
You're
No, I'm
wrong.
not.
Capcom's in his good favor right now.
He's my good friend.
Yeah, because it wasn't entirely
Okay.
Capcom's decision.
Okay. Capcom should not have let Ninja Theory bastardize Devil May Cry. There. I blame them. For allowing a juvenile vandal
better.
to ruin the series. But their new game, Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice, is coming out digital only, is my understanding, on the
Oh,
PlayStation
really?
4 and PC, August 8th. Now, despite being
$30.
despite being touted as a indie AAA game, it's only going to be $30 when it launches because I don't know,
They said it's half the game.
half the game, so yeah. Now, I don't want to be super superficial and feed the fucking SJWs, but I have to say, the main character in that game looks like a weevil-faced rat monster. I mean,
She
right?
also looks
Rebecca,
like a YouTuber that I watch.
is that a bad thing?
She's kind of weird looking.
Okay.
But she has the bluest eyes ever.
I guess
Hey,
in this
there's
game,
weird-looking people in the world.
I guess in this game you're kind of like a psychopath, and you're like you're fighting through your delusions or your nightmares or
It's like
figments.
Not
Yeah,
a psychopath. You are.
you're a psychologist. Correct us. What is it?
You have. A psychopath is the equivalent of a sociopath.
Okay.
You're like a schizophrenic.
All right. And schizophrenia, just to correct another. Is this a fucking T-Rex head on a rocket?
I told you this. Remember last time we played? How I said I
What?
was fighting a T-Rex in a rocket?
What the fuck am I playing?
That is the same
No.
thing.
We are done with this
Yes,
game.
it is. I fought this last time.
This is the last time we are playing this game.
What?
What? What are you talking about?
This
Why?
is
Just
ridiculous.
because you have problems with
Oh my God, it
T-Rex
dropped
T-Rex
shit ton of
heads and rockets?
splinters.
It looks like a giant bitey penis, shrouded in metal.
You should like it then.
Why?
You know why. Hey, fist bump, Rebecca.
Just bump your microphone. What did that sound like to you guys? I didn't hear it. Okay.
I don't think anybody can hear mine.
I heard yours.
Oh, did it?
Yep. That's how we'll do podcast fist bumps from now on. We've set a precedent. Fucking penis rocket dinosaurs. Alright. I can't really tell what kind of game this is. They called it Souls-like, but I couldn't tell what was combat and what was just, you know, pre-rendered trailer, so... I mean, there were parts of the trailer that looked like she was fighting, but, you know, it's not to say it's not pre-rendered, so who knows.
Oh, there's a big portal down here. Is this where we were supposed to go? Sauron's Cave. Is this the fucking Middle East all of a sudden?
Let's go.
Middle East, Middle Earth.
Let's take it out, Greg.
I called it Middle East.
Well, considering that one meme.
Yeah, that meme was fantastic. Did you see that? There was a meme, Greg, where Donald
That makes
Trump...
my comment relevant?
Yes.
Yes.
No, seriously.
Oh, nice.
There was
Sweet.
a meme when Donald Trump went to Saudi Arabia. Him and I think the Saudi king and some other guy were standing next to a glowing globe. And someone, instead of the other guy off to the left, edited in Saruman from Lord of the Rings. And they said, I edited in Saruman and it doesn't even look weird.
And then it
so
doesn't.
good.
It really doesn't look weird.
It did not look weird at all. I had to do a double take to be like, Saruman? What? And yeah, there's Saruman sitting there, you know, with the fucking glowing orb that the two fucking idiots are reaching out to. And it's like, come on, guys. You have to try at least a little bit not to look like an evil fucking empire.
You look like evil wizards.
Well, no, Donald Trump doesn't look like an evil wizard.
Well, no, he doesn't.
He looks nowhere near smart enough to be an evil wizard. But yeah, Saruman, thanks for the lead-in. I don't know why Sauron has a cave here in Marvel, but you know what? If they can have penis T-Rexes, I don't think it matters anymore.
Yeah. He probably came with the penis T-Rex.
Probably. Who knows what he was building or breeding in those fucking pits. That would be something fun to edit into one of those Lord of the Rings films. Like, instead of the flying eagles that come and save them from Mount Doom, it's penis T-Rexes flying through the air on their rockets.
Majestically flying through the air.
Oh man, reminds me of this, I wouldn't even call it softcore porn, but it was some really crappy mix of, like, softcore porn and horror movie where they use this horrible plastic dinosaur. I can't remember the name of it, but it's hilarious.
Oh, that really old movie?
Yeah. Right now, we're getting way fucking off track. So, Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. Anyone interested?
I'll probably play it.
Okay.
You've looked at it more than I have, and I'm already like, oh, I'll play it.
You're like, well, I don't... Saving for my children's future now.
Does it have trophies?
Why? It's half cost.
It's half game.
Yeah, it's half a game. They even admit that it's half a game.
You know, they admit it,
Like
so you can't really complain. I mean,
you can't.
Okay, who here is buying Final Fantasy VII Remake despite its episodic bullshit?
All of us.
Okay. Then can any of us really complain about this? Have we all irrevocably lost the right to complain about half games at this point?
I'm sure.
Well, what if it is 3 really fucking huge episodes? Then it's not like...
If each one...
having 3 separate discs.
If each one is the size of The Witcher 3, then okay.
Well, I'm sure by the time all the parts come out, we'll all be dead anyways.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But...
See, my poor aching heart in this fat guy's body is just like, please, Nomura, fucking die. Die so I can play this game. Because it's either him or me at this point.
Yeah, that's how that works.
He will drag this shit on until I am 50. I'm sure of it. That's totally how this works. Alright, let's move on to the next fucking thing. Jared's favorite news of the week, I'm sure. Sony unveils gold and silver limited edition PlayStation 4 Slim consoles for $249.99. Anyone interested?
They're 1 terabyte.
I thought they were both 500 gigabytes.
I thought it said 500 gigabyte.
Oh, okay.
Are they 500? I thought they were...
They're 1 terabyte.
Well, kudos to Sony for being only 3 years out of date. Standing in fire. Not okay.
So
Are we
this thing
fighting
is like
Sauron?
a tiny... Yeah, it's a tiny pterodactyl. Even though we fought giant freaking T-Rexes.
T-Rex?
The tiny pterodactyl is in charge.
Yeah, well, isn't that always the case?
Oh, he's smart. That's why.
Anyone in the market for a tacky metallic colored PlayStation 4 Slim?
Yeah.
If it was a pro, I might be interested. Wait. I have no idea where I'm supposed to go. Oh, there's a full screen map. Maybe I can find where we're supposed to go.
Let me know when you get there.
When I do, oh, I probably need to as well. You know, if that's what we're doing, I'm going back. Hey, stupid fucking...
Oh, I didn't go to town. I just broke down all the fucking comment stuff.
How do these pterodactyls have so many hit points? Am I not even hitting it? I don't think I'm hitting it.
They're from Asville.
No, I can't even hit it for some reason. Get away from me, you butt-munching fucking pterodactyl. That can't be damaged for whatever reason. There we go.
Terra asshole.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Here's my Pokemon line on my sheet. Nintendo continues to suck. Shitty Pokemon rehashed on 3DS, and shittier Pokemon game on Switch. I don't have to cover that. Thank you, Greg. And yet I felt inclined to read my note to self on it. Okay.
Yeah.
This is some more bitching that has to be done, unfortunately. Sony's Jim Ryan had to feed us his commentary on backwards compatibility. Let me just read you this one little paragraph, Greg.
Well, go ahead. I have a little segue for that.
Oh, you want to seg into it now, or after?
No,
After.
Okay, good. When we dabbled with backwards compatibility, I can say it is one of those features that is much requested, but not actually used much. That, and I was at a Gran Turismo event recently where they had PS1, PS2, PS3, and PS4 games, and the PS1 and the PS2 games, they looked ancient. Like, why would anybody play this?
Oh, God, yeah.
So, commentary?
Go ahead, Jared.
Oh, I mean, Gran Turismo. I don't know. But there are a lot of older games that are awesome.
They need to pull that guy into a room and tell him to shut his fucking mouth. Never make any sort of announcements again.
Imagine
never talk.
That we don't love retro games, right? We're not all in our 30s. We go, yeah, dude, like, fucking PlayStation 2 is, like, ancient, bro. Just, from a business perspective, this guy just went, I wonder why our customers would want more value out of their hardware. I can't fucking fathom it. You have to be that fucking smart to be... What is his goddamn job?
He gains nothing by saying this, and he just pisses a lot of people off by saying it.
Yeah.
Like, the net value of his statement doesn't help him in any way, but hurts him. Like, that's the type of thing you need to think about before you make statements like that. Like, when you're in that kind of position.
The statement that he said before the graphics.